Yeah, it was good, y'all. Hey. Oh man, if you're watching the rewatch, I'm so sorry. The vibe is right here on Twitch.tv/Tamika Denise. But if you are watching the rewatch over there on YouTube, yo, Auntie, I really appreciate it. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. You feel me? If you want ad free conversation here on Twitch.tv/Tamika Denise with the full experience, you're going to have to subscribe. Unfortunately, ads will be coming, they will be popping up. But I am your host, Tamika Denise, aka Yo Auntie, the neighborhood auntie. Today's episode is about why am I attracted to chaos? Truth be told, baby, you're not attracted to chaos. I'm sure of it. You're not attracted to chaos. We are surviving early conditioning, media, everything that's happening in Hollywood, you know. I think Love Jones is a prime example of that, right? Like, I love Love Jones for the poetry and all the things that it entails, but it's a traumatic experience for an adult who's trying to find love if you really break it down. We can break it down one of these days, chat. You feel me? Uh, but just early conditioning media, so like just socially, right? Like IG. Um, Sometimes it creates a hostile environment. Back in my day when Twitter was really, really popping off, y'all remember Twitter beefs? Yo, social media pressures and things like that, friends, family, uh, a lot of things play a key factor in why we attract the people that we attract and things like that. But if you don't utilize the tools that we're about to receive today, um, it's really on you why you keep repeating the same dang on cycles. Like, uh, it's a personal choice. Like, at this point, shit. Come on now, y'all auntie giving advice. You ain't taking it. Like, I ain't got these cards for nothing. Yeah, family. But yeah, just man, early conditioning. Let's talk about it, right? In my last episode, I talked about how I grew up in a single father household. Um, my mother was not around. Not to the degree that most of y'all mothers have been around, right? Like, my mom had visitation. I seen her every other weekend, if that. Um, so we grow up witnessing love tied to struggle, chaos, or control, and typically we call it normal. That's our norm, right? Like, we see our parents arguing. That's the norm for us, so we think that's okay. Yeah, I'm getting right. I'm getting straight into it, fam. I get straight into it. Like, if you understand chat, I don't know, put a red flag in the motherfucking chat real quick. You feel me? Like, we all like, you know, we're conditioned this way, right? In my household, like, my father unfortunately had plenty of women coming in, especially after my grandmother passed. Not while she was living, God rest her soul, in his. But like, after she passed away, it was just like the same people. There are about 14 people on the list, just rotating in and out like every month. It was like, okay, he was like, this is the flavor of the month. Uh, I'm gonna rotate. I'm gonna rotate it through. So I just grew up thinking that, like, I would probably be in his same position, to an extent. And at a very early age, I knew I was different. I was a little tomboy. So I knew going in, like, all right, this is what it is as a masculine presenting person. Like, we just switch up. But the moment, Miss Ann came into his life. Miss Ann had been in his life even before I was born. You feel me? She just lived on the other side of the country, which was Philadelphia. He would frequent back and forth, back and forth. But when they decided that, her grandchildren were of age, which is 18. A situation happened in Philadelphia where Miss Ann had to take care of her grandchildren. Her son and their partner lost their life or something like that. So, um, yeah, basically, they had to take care of them, and then my dad got me. So he had to take care of me. So I think their relationship was on this standstill. This is a fairy tale I want to create in my head. You feel me? It was on a standstill. So so uh he basically at the age of 18, you know, they was heavily going back and forth. I didn't know that. Unknown to me, my dad had cancer. So my dad at the time, he had me at 39. So do the math, plus 18. Anywho, yeah, so like, they get married, he ain't got no rotation no more, he just Miss Ann call up and was like, hey Miss Ann, nah, no, ain't no bitches here, like ain't no bitches here, honey. Like, who you're messing with, right? You know who it is, right? uh, Big bully, aka the tourist man. You feel me? But that's just my early conditioning. That's not healthy. That's not safe, or whatever the case may be. Like, but that is my early conditioning. So I get in my mind frame that, like, I might not find the one, and if I do, maybe it won't be again. You know, um, maybe it's someone that I already, you know, we was just in red flag stages of our life, but and a lot of people have different types of conditioning, what they deem as normal types of behavior as far as the way that they were raised with their parents and things like that. So I don't know, Chad. You let me know what kind of situations y'all been through, y'all been in. Um, it could go each way. I could see the chat. You feel me? Actually, there's a lot of tools right here. I'm not gonna be clicking them. I don't have access to ads, so if you get an ad, that's not me. I'm so sorry in advance. But like going back to how we got here, early conditioning, check, move that out the way. Romanticizing, right? Or romanticize suffering. Pop culture, movies, even queer representation often frame toxic love as passionate or meant to be. Like there's all different types of like outside forces that play in our development of what a relationship is supposed to look like. Again, going back to Love Jones, you know, going back to Love Jones. First of all, if you get my address from a freaking check and you show up unannounced, knowing damn well you got the number, all right, that's a whole ass red flag. You love the movie Love Jones, love the movie Love Jones. I know my Love Jones folks gonna come for me, but like I don't know if you remember Nita's face. She like, but then she like, okay, you got me this icy breakfast. I'm like, bring me Prince. Yes, I know this movie like the back of my hand, y'all. Again, romanticizing this this way of being, right? Like, had they just communicated like effectively, they would have never been in the situations they were in. She go to New York to be with her ex for a second, right? Come back, then get mad at a dude for like having his arm around a lady, just walking around Chicago. Like, bro, let me sip my coffee real quick. This is my song. I'm gonna let it go though. Hey. Hold on, hey. Come on, Sienna. Hey, 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 hey. Reason every now and then. Anyways, all right. So going back to Love Jones, even the music, right? Even the music, toxic. Gave it up to somebody who didn't deserve my body. You know, Tiana conscious. She aware of the things that she's did in the past, right? And what type of love she needs and wants right now. We could definitely see it with Pierre, right? We definitely see it with Pierre. Ooh. But we gonna romanticize that relationship, not knowing what's going on behind closed doors, or the things with queer ultimatum, right? Like we see this, we know it's toxic. They know it's toxic. They shouldn't have been in any of those situations, even getting on the dang on show. But they there, they showing up, right? So romanticizing, you know, this type of ideology could be like detrimental to like what is real. I got a book that I've read multiple times. There's a couple of versions of it. This one is If the Buddha Married, Creating Enduring Relationships on a Spiritual Path. By me, who is this by? Charlotte Koss, PhD, author of If the Buddha Dated. Now, If the Buddha Dated, that's how I started. So again, I've read multiple versions of this book. This is If the Buddha Married, how to, you know, it's really good. Really good. Not romanticizing love, but breaking down some of the ways in which that we think, going through conditioning and traumas and things like that, and how we move past it, how we heal through it, and how we stop romanticizing, right? Unhealed attachment wounds, we bond through shared pain instead of shared values. Unfortunately, that's just the world that we live in. They got us trauma bonding right now. In the media. They got us trauma bonding right now. All right, you for this person. All right, peace. Cause I'm not. Mm-mm. All right, you over here. You messing with that person. All right, yeah. You know, we trauma bonding. That's what is going on in the media right now. You know, regardless of what it looks like, it's a blue or red. You know, like donkey or elephant. It don't matter. We are definitely trauma bonding at this time. So that's how we got here, right? But we didn't even work through the stuff that we needed to work through in order to get where we need to be, in order to have a healthy communication and create some boundaries and shit like that. So, queer scarcity, I don't know, Chad. Queer scarcity, I don't think that like in today's day and age, I don't think queerness has ever been like scarcity. Like we're feeling like there's not that many of us, make us tolerate more than we should. I think that what ends up happening is that we have some insecurities about how we look, how we feel, how we maneuver in the world, and we just remain, again, going back to early conditioning, like we're early conditioned to think like, all right, they yelled at me like this, but they didn't talk to me and communicate, and we didn't really resolve anything. That's okay. I saw that as a child, and like my parents been together for 40 years. Like, is your mama happy? Is your daddy happy? Like, are they happy? Did you ever see them happy? Did you see them intimate? Not like making out, like intimacy, like soft touches, soft gazes, romanticism, like where father's bringing flowers, such and such and such. Like, your mama don't gotta like flowers, but like little acts of kindness or acts of love, so to speak. Are they doing that? Is that the way they're showing up for one another? Because if you're conditioned to receive that out of some type of insecurity of like, man, this might be the best I've ever had. I've been there. I've done that, you know. Like, in my last relationship, I was like, man, maybe this is the best I can do. Oh man, little Tamika will be so proud of me. It is not a thing that you need, like if you see the red flag, do not be like me. Do not turn the red flag yellow and the yellow flag green. That's not how that works. See the red flag, identify it. What are your boundaries to it? You can't do it? Get the fuck away. Get the fuck away. Because the red flag is not gonna go away if you don't address it, right? If you don't like bring it to light, like, hey, so you like went through my phone, my Facebook, my emails, and I didn't really like that. You crossed the boundary. Didn't even ask permission. You press go, and you not collecting $200 for sure. The way in which they react to you saying you crossed the boundary should be all you need to know about how you move forward, right? Because again, it's not about the early conditioning, it's how we move forward, how we move past the things that we learn through media, through home, through the media, unhealed stuff. Like at this point, we healing, right? Like once we realize where we came from, how we got there, right? How we got to being attracted to chaos or being attracted to red flags or just fucking completely dismissing red flags altogether. Like hell no. Like once we realize where we're at in the process of healing, right? Once we recognize it's really our opportunity to be like, all right, deuces. I probably had plenty of opportunities to be like, hey, bitch, I really didn't like the fact that you are invading my privacy. But me, I'm just like, all right, this person is nice and kind. Are they? Or are they a little psychopath in the making? Who the fuck knows? We all have had crazy moments, especially in queer relationships, and that shouldn't be the norm, right? It shouldn't really be. So that's why we're having these conversations. So we are not creating toxic normality, I guess, if that's how you say that. Chat, let me know. Chat, let me know for sure. And if you're on your way to work and you feeling this, hey, when you get home, wherever it is that you are, make sure that you come back and fuck with us. You feel me? We at 35 on Twitch. I appreciate y'all. Hey, if you running ads right now, if the ads is running and you is listening to an ad of any sort during this time, the only way you get out of that ad jail is if you subscribe. Unfortunately, I do have a Discord for y'all. Don't worry, we got extra stuff behind the scenes, all kinds of stuff. But going back to how we got here, I already said it. Those flags, we turning them green. That's not how we do that. Or confusing chemistry with compatibility, right? Intensity feels like connection, but it's often just emotional adrenaline, right? Let's just be point blank. It's emotional adrenaline. How can we heal? How we healing right now? Again, like going back to what I said, we're gonna name that pattern, not the person. Cause it's not the person, right? It's not my ex's fault that they crossed the boundary. I mean, it technically that was their decision, but like, why? What's the pattern there? Are they fear a person cheating? Well, that ain't got nothing to do with me because cheating was not a problem for us, right? Very faithful, but they had seen someone dismantle their trust. All right. Now, what is it in me that is a pattern? Giving people the benefit of the doubt, maybe. But healing starts when you realize you are the common denominator, right? Yeah, because at this point, I'm enabling the behavior, right? I'm staying. There are no boundaries. There are no consequences to the action that just occurred, right? So, that's not shameful. That's empowering, that you can name it, see it, and recognize that you are the common denominator in all of it. Whatever the pattern is, you are the enabler. Create clarity, define your values, wants, and non negotiables. Stop dating without direction. That's really important. I have a poem, it's called Intentions. We sit to set the evening intent. In love, this moment is all I ever meant. When writing my description of a love I couldn't mention until I touched her lips. So, like, sitting down with a person to be very intentional about how you show up. Like, one of the questions my partner asked me in the beginning of our relationship or while we're dating is like, how do you see your typical day? I wrote down my typical day, what it would look like for me. What it is now, like with a 9 to 5, and what it would look like if I had a freedom to do what it is that I wanted to do. Right? I want to live on a compound. I want to take care of the land. I want to do the same. So just be intentional with what it is that you are trying to, tell folks. Are you being intentional? Truth. Listen to your nervous system. If your gut says no, don't override it just because your heart is loud. Your intuition, spidey senses that be like, don't you fucking ignore them. They're there for a reason. Don't override it. Your heart can be loud as it fucking wants to. But it is not a critical thinker. Nor does it control the conscious and the subconscious. I got a book for that too. I'm currently reading it. So it's called 3 Magic Words. That's all I gotta say. It's on YouTube too, if you want to listen to it on your way to work. After this, make peace with boredom. Healthy love can feel unfamiliar, even boring. At first, learn to sit with safety. A lot of the time, we're like, oh, I'm bored in this relationship. But you're not contributing. Like, you want to receive, but you don't want to give. Like, what is boring to you? What is making it boring? Because, like, solitude for the both of you might just be sitting in the park. Like, me and my partner go to the park. We have lunches in the park. Like, we'll make the lunch, go sit in the park, chill. Go to the lake, make a lunch, chill. Probably won't even speak. Read a book. We bringing books. We got a list of books to read. That might be boring to somebody else. Why? What is, like, again, going back to the intention, how do you want to spend your day with your partner? What does that look like? Because this is what we manifested, right? Me and my partner. This is how we're healing together through it. Build community mirrors. Surround yourself with people who reflect what's healthy and hold you accountable. Like, for real, for real. I'm one of those friends. Now, I probably wasn't in the past, but now I am. I'm going to hold you accountable. You're not going to like me for it. Therapy, journaling, and rest. Yes, all three. You can't heal what you won't slow down enough to see. I have paper everywhere. Oh gosh, if my mind is clouded, it's because I'm not journaling, I'm not writing, or I'm not getting enough rest. I'm not getting enough rest. My allergies are messing up, y'all. How to sustain this new lifestyle without repeating the same patterns. Move at the speed of clarity and not chemistry. I'm gonna just let that sink in. I'm gonna drink this coffee. Move at the speed of clarity and not chemistry. When you see a red flag, pause. Don't explain it away. Do not explain it away. Do not turn that motherfucker green. It's red. It's bright red. It's red. It's like the light is red. Pause. Again. What are your boundaries surrounded around that flag? And can you communicate about it effectively to move past it, for the other person to see it, heal from it, and also learn to, talk through it? I'm not perfect. My partner's not perfect. We're still maneuvering through some of our healing, our traumatic experiences in the past and things like that. But one thing we are going to do is communicate about it. We're gonna talk about it. We're gonna see how we can become, on the same page. If we not on the same page, how can we understand each other and respect each other's opinions? Stay grounded in your why. Know what kind of life you're building and who aligns with it. That is very, very important. Very, very important. Remain grounded in your truth. For real, for real. If that's your boundary, that's your boundary. Don't cross it for no fucking body. Especially if it's going to be detrimental to your mental health. Hell to the no. It's not worth it. It's really not. So stay grounded in your why. Have a soft exit plan. Soft exit plan. Know when to release someone with love before it turns into chaos. That is probably the most important truth that you're going to hear from me today. Have a soft exit plan. Know when to release someone with love before it turns into chaos. You don't gotta live in chaos. You're a beautiful, divine being. You ain't gotta do that. Why you gonna do that? Don't do it. Stay in community. Healing alone can lead to echo chambers. Community gives you feedback, not just affirmations. Protect your peace like it's your rent money. Mortgage payment, car payment, whatever you gotta fucking pay. Protect your peace like you gotta pay a bill or something. Because it costs to repeat cycles. And baby, you paid that bill already. in the conditioning stage, right? Watching your parents do what the fuck you is doing, whatever they doing. You're already conditioned to think that's okay. You already paid for it. That's the payment. That's that shit. Now you got to break the generational cycle, generational curses, whatever you want to call it. It's generational. You see it. You think that's okay. Protect your peace like it's your rent. Money. Celebrate progress and not protection. You're going to want to backslide. Don't shame yourself. Just pause and pivot. Just pivot. And go back to that soft exit. Go back to the soft exit. I've been there. I've done it. I went back. I came back. And yeah. I beat myself up for it too. I don't have shame no more. I went through it. It was an experience. I learned from it. I left. Was it a soft exit? It was as soft as it's going to be. I helped that bitch move. So at least I thought we were on good terms. Until whatever voices in her head started to do whatever the fuck they wanted to do. Yeah. Sometimes you gotta have a soft exit and then just cut folks off. That might trigger some things, though. Y'all, family. We are not attracted to the chaos, nor is the chaos attracted to us. But I've given you some tools. We've discussed how we got there, how we can heal from it, and how we move past it once we identify it. Now that you have these tools, the nieces and nephews, I'll send y'all on your way. I'm sending you good vibes. Beautiful vibes, family. I hope that this helps you along the way. Episode 3. It's next Tuesday at 6 a.m. We'll discuss adult friendships. And yeah, we'll get into it. I am your neighborhood auntie, Yo Auntie Tamika Denise, and you're watching Yo Auntie Fix My Life. I appreciate y'all so much for stopping by. Again, if you're watching this on YouTube, do me a favor, click the subscribe button, like and share with a friend who might need this. And if you want the full experience, please follow me on twitch.tv/Tamika Denise. You'll hear all the little R&B music or whatever vibes we on for the morning in the background.